Hey everyone, I'm Artie. This is Code Vein, and this is it. Final boss, or final bosses. But before I take another step and see what's going on with EO's clones, and before we check what's behind that dragon shield door, let's rewind a bit. I'd like to show you a couple things before I get into the final boss fight. First of all, I've done all the side quests, so I went back to all the locations in Code Vein, checked for NPCs, they gave me some tasks, did what they asked me, and I got maps of the depths. And I have completed all the locations of the depths, all 12 of them. And I got some items and vestiges, which brings us to EO. I'm not sure if I repaired and retrieved all the vestiges, but I have nothing to repair, no memories to reclaim, remember, and reconstruct, whatever. So that's done also, I hope. And the last thing is, I think I have all the blood codes. I mean, maybe I get something from the last boss or, after finishing the game. But these are the blood codes I have. And I've unlocked all the gifts of all the blood codes. Check it out. There's nothing to be unlocked. However, I have not mastered all of the skills of all of the blood codes. Some of them blood codes are fully mastered. Some of them are not. Because, the game still kinda continues, and to get all the endings I will have to replay the game with this character. So I left some of the gifts to be mastered so I can still have room for fun and experimenting with the gifts and builds and stuff like that. Alright. Oh, and I've picked Nightthorn, Blood Veil +10, upgraded it. Same with Obliterator +10. Some passive skills I think will be useful and helpful, and of course active skills I find the most useful. If not, of course I will adjust the build. This is my first Dark Souls-like game. I thought maybe instead of commenting the boss fight like, oh I'm dashing, oh I'm hitting, oh he hit me, I will just share my thoughts with you about the game. What was the best, what was the most frustrating, and this time I've done some research and I know that the first final boss, Skull King, is immune to all the poison and stuff like that, but his weaknesses are question mark. Now the final boss weakness is physical damage. Okay, I'm nervous. I'm actually very nervous. Let's go in. Cutscene probably. What? Yeah, cutscene. EO, talk to them. I wonder how it is to talk to people looking just like you, and there are many. I would go crazy. Oh, that's crazy.
Let us be off.
My goodness, I'm nervous. Silva, open up. Kick the door. Don't be so gentle. Oh my goodness. The river of... Oh my goodness. Let me just feast my eyes because coming next... Oh, missile. Good. Another achievement. I also go for 100% achievement unlocked. So yeah, on Steam. So I'm definitely replaying the game. Silva. The arena. Silva. Okay. Show yourself. Nice. Steampunk. Throne. Ooh! So you are a werewolf. Just like Aurora. I'm not scared of you. I am not scared of you.
This is the real thing.
He's not that big. I messed up. Of course, this is just tryout, right? It's not the real fight. So I'm just checking out his moves. Okay, he's not that... I mean, I thought he will be stronger. Okay, this is easy so far. This is too easy. Okay, I'm telling you, this is too easy. So maybe I will let myself be killed. Alright, don't heal me, Akumo. I want to try again. Alright, it's not that difficult. Unless he has like 4 health bars. Now, this will be... But yeah, Yakumo. Let's defeat this boss. Alright, my thoughts on Code Vein intro. I saw Code Vein on E3, on one of the E3 streams. And when I heard that the game is about vampires and I saw some gameplay, I was like, okay, you got me, I'm buying this for sure. And I was just waiting for the release. So I didn't really know that Code Vein will have that Dark Souls-like way of play. But I knew it will be action RPG kind of game. Now, my experience with Dark Souls-like games was next to none. I only tried Dark Souls 3, I got to the second boss, couldn't defeat it, and that's it. Also, keep in mind that I always try the game out and play it for at least a couple hours before I start making content for YouTube. But in Code Vein's case, I just hit the record button and just played it. And that's the end of the intro. Character creation in Code Vein is outstanding. Top of the line. I spent hours and hours creating my character, and I enjoyed every minute of it. Character movement and combat in general is very fluent, smooth, responsive, and dynamic. However, I'd like to see an option to change the look of the skill bar, because this one is clearly made for controllers, and for keyboard mouse players like moi, I would just prefer it to be, flat, like box line 1 2 3 4 5, Anyway, so after a short tutorial, which I didn't pay attention to, I was dropped in the first location, which was a ruined city underground. Yes, I was slashing enemies left and right, and then bam, big mob, and my character is RIP. And I respawn and see mobs reset, and I'm like, oh, this is like in Dark Souls. No. But okay, it's recording, so I keep going, trying to find myself, and bam, big mob again. After 5 minutes of dashing, hitting, and running, I got the big monster down, and it felt very rewarding. So the first crisis in the game was gone, and I was like, yay, let's continue. Let me interrupt myself, because I think he's done. Yes. What's up, Silva? What's up? Of course, it's not over yet. Yes, 10 minutes of transformation, fireworks, yay, galaxies, constellations, and something like this. This is something. Again, try out. You got some magic, but you're also huge, and I can... Oh, I forgot to buff. Oh, I have no ichor. It's quite easy. You just go under the monster, the boss, and hit it. Unless it stomps. And then I get healed by Yakumo. Okay, this shouldn't be so bad. Now I have ichor, my healing stuff is replenished, so it will be easier. Code Vein looks fantastic. The style, the details, the atmosphere mixed with really nice quality sounds. Home base is the best looking place in Code Vein, hands down, but also dried up trenches, Ridge of Frozen Souls, or infamous Cathedral, which I will get to in a second. These places made me stop fighting and just admire the view. And it's not only these places I mentioned. Each location has its own vibe and feels different, and it's awesome. Speaking of the cathedral of the Sacred Blood, I won't lie to you, it was the most frustrating location. And don't get me wrong, it's insanely well designed, and when I've learned the layout, well, it was still mazy. Oh, and that Wolf Berserker boss. It took me like 4 hours to beat it. But to be fair, it was partly my fault, because I was just ramming through the locations without even learning the game mechanics. I didn't know about passive skills and that I can master gifts. So maybe for others, the cathedral won't be or is not as painful, but that frustration forced me to start learning the game. You can say that the most annoying, in my opinion, place in the game was the place of my breakthrough. And the story in Code Vein is super engaging and sad. What else? The game has decent replay value. Oh, and multiplayer. You know, it would be much better if multiplayer offered like full-time co-op playthrough. Not just helping out friends and random people from one missile to another, you know, between the missiles or with the boss. You know what I mean. And here I am, after 58 hours of playtime, fighting the last boss for the first time. And I actually know what I'm doing. You can say Code Vein expanded my gaming horizons. Hit it! Yes! Yes! Just like I said, it makes me wanna replay the game. This is, yeah. I don't know which ending I'm getting. I think I've restored all the vestiges, repaired. So I have to sit on the throne now. Forever. Wait, I don't understand. In the DLC. My goodness, I hope so. I have season pass. Sleep well, Artie. Io is turning into stone or ash.
I will always be with you.
So I guess it wasn't the good ending. Well, I have to replay it. Definitely. So let's see what's going on after finishing the game. I'm here.
Let's get this task done.
And the boss is still there. But when I go back to the home base, I have this door activated and I can play the story again, even though I'm sitting on the throne and Io is still here. So if I press E, I can begin a new game while retaining my current level and items, which is Blood Code, Blood Veil and weapons and all that. Select difficulty for New Game Plus. What? There's still so much to do in Code Vein after finishing the game, but this is it. Thank you very much for watching, and it was awesome adventure. And of course it's not over yet, but this playthrough, it's done. See you in other videos on the channel. Thank you very much for all the subscriptions, all the thumbs up, and as always, feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And that's it. Of course, DLCs and stuff like that in the future. Bye!